What's good? We're back again, and you already know what's about to get interesting. Today, we're finally diving into Cameron, pulling the curtain back on those early studio sessions with Kanye West. Yeah, those moments. Listen to this, because the details he's sharing hit different when you understand the history. So hold up and let's roll the clip.
What's it like being in the studio with Kanye?
It was cool. I didn't really be in the studio with Kanye when it came to beats. Kanye kind of just gave me beats and I would pick out which ones that I like. And that's kind of how we vibe. But when I was with Kanye in the studio, he was trying to rap. I think it's a song that he got, I think 30 Days, 30 Nights. I'm not sure the name of the song. I think on the Life of Pablo album, he talking about how he's in the studio rapping for me and Jay-Z. I remember Kanye was in the studio, and you gotta remember, people look at Kanye now as a rapper, but in the beginning, if you're an artist, you didn't look at Kanye as a rapper. You looked at him like who made beats. There wasn't a lot of producers that could rap and be successful at it that I could think of off the top of my head. Of course, Jermaine Dupri, but I don't really consider him like a rapper, even though he could spit some bars. Shout out to JD. Puff too, people would write for him. Kanye was like writing his own. And I remember we was in the studio and it was me and Jay-Z in there and he was just rapping his heart out. And I was like, kind of saying something. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at him, but I'm still looking at him as a producer. Jay was just in a two-way pager like this. This going hard, Kanye just going crazy. Jay wouldn't even look up, just like this in his pager. And I ain't gonna sit and act like I discovered the either, because I was just like, am I bugging or is this saying some shit? But it was kind of off because you gotta realize what Kanye did successfully, he had like a backpacker style and still could rap when he was talking about money, drugs, or whatever. Kanye could do a song with Jay-Z and then go to SOBs and do a song with Mos Def. You know what I'm saying? He kind of connected and gapped that bridge of the backpackers mixed with you want to call it gangster hustle, whatever kind of vibe you want to call it, to where he could do both and not be frowned upon for doing it. But as far as him producer for me, he would just give me beats, I would pick him out. But I've been in the studio with him a few times when he was rapping, and he definitely had some, but we kind of looked over it. Well, I kind of looked over it.
Are you surprised to what he became?
Nah, I'm not surprised. You gotta realize that if you put your mind to it and your hustle to it and set a goal out and a plan out for yourself, you can do it. Cause like I said, he was rapping. Excuse me, he was really rapping, not just rapping, he was pretty good. I just was looking at him as a producer. And then you gotta realize he knew how to market. When I say market, right, the thing that made Kanye blow, is that he got into a car accident because he's in LA. His jaw was wired. Then he did a song Through the Wire with his jaw wired, which was marketing genius. Then who sampled he used? Shaka Khan sample. So now Shaka Khan's involved. And then you like, this is really rapping through his teeth, and it was a good song.
Now, this clip right here is interesting for a reason. And listen to this. Cameron doesn't sugarcoat it. He keeps it all the way real. The wild part about Kanye is, even though he was in the studio spitting with crazy passion, most folks still boxed him in as just a producer, nothing more than the beat guy.
Then what did he do next? He threw Jesus in it. Said Jesus walks.
Went religious on the
Jesus song.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So he knows how to market. And then what did he do? He starts to get more famous. Then I don't know if this was a ploy or not. He might have been serious, but he starts being in the camera and in the news a lot for snatching cameras from paparazzi. That may have been a setup from the beginning. Not saying it was. I have no idea if it was or wasn't. But how smart is that if it was? Because now you're saying, yo, stop taking pictures of me. He could have had his man doing it. But if people who take pictures know that makes you mad, they're going to take more pictures to make you mad, to make a spectacle of what you're doing. So now, oh, I think he coming flight. Take a picture. You got him chasing cameramen, taking cameras. And now, even if it wasn't planned, or if it was planned, now you got them doing it naturally. Now that creates more of a media blitz towards you. Like, Kanye does it again. He's chasing another cameraman. He wants to get this person sorting him, that person sorting him, yada, 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 yada. But he's putting good music behind it as well. Mm-hmm. So I think he's very creative as far as marketing his music and himself is concerned. And then you pick the right girls too at the right time. You know, you pick the right chick, popular joint, helps you out. Then you get with Adidas. You know, you take Adidas from not just saying a foot brand, a regular sneaker. I don't want to say regular because basketball players wear them, other people wear them, but his sneaker was in Neiman Marcus next to Balenciaga.
Yeah,
it's a big deal, man. I think he's very. That's why when people be like, "That nigga crazy," I'm like, "I'm not that crazy." You know, certain things that he's done that he thought, my opinion is that he could go over and get away with because he was that popular, and he tried to be the one to be like, "I'm hot out here. I can say what I want to say." And nah, you ain't that hot. Let's calm down. You can't just say anything you want to say.
I think he's gonna reinvent some shit. I think he's creative enough, because let me tell you something, that new T.I. shit, that shit driving the South crazy. Y'all heard that?
Yeah.
I think he reinvented himself a little bit off that. I think that shit dope. So I think Kanye, he might could do it.
Hold up, because in this clip, Cameron gives a brutally honest breakdown of his early encounters with Kanye West and how he really saw him back then in the studio. He makes it clear that when Ye first started popping up around major names, he was mainly respected as the guy crafting hard-hitting beats, not somebody people expected to run the rap game. Even though Ye was in there performing his verses with real hunger in front of heavy hitters, a lot of folks, including Kim, still looked at him strictly through a producer's lens. But listen to this. Cam does admit Kanye was the real deal, writing his own bars and showing flashes that already separated him from the pack. What really jumps out, though, is Cam recognizing Ye's strategic mindset. From recording through that wired jaw after the car accident to boldly weaving faith into mainstream hip-hop, Kanye kept flipping situations into cultural moments. You already know what to do. Drop your thoughts in the comments and make sure you like this video.